Hello, my friends. I welcome you to this broadcast on 18 habits of highly productive people. 18 habits of highly productive people. Gone are the days when we tell people to work hard. In this 21st century, we tell people to work smart. Don't forget, when you are speaking with your children at home, tell them work smart, not work hard. The days of waking up early in the morning so you could catch the first train or bus to get to your work early is gradually going, if not gone. They will say early to bed, early to rise. It's not like that any longer. You don't need to rise early any longer because you want to catch the first bus or the train. You can work at home. You don't even need to see your boss or face to face to work or collect your salary. All you need to do is get instruction on what to do today and turn in your work through the internet. Whereas like people do in different parts of the world, once they see your work, shikeno, as we say here, highly productive people do not need to rush to the library to read books any longer. Pull up the books you need to read on the internet and you are there. You don't even need to read all the books. Reading pages, this page and that page. Wise people will put in the earpiece in their ears and someone is reading the book to them. All they need is the concentration to understand what is being read. That is why in some parts of the world, blind people who cannot read or use the braille are getting educated because these books are coming in audio version. Pastors, when you publish your books, better start thinking of the audio version and also how to translate them into other languages. If you need more information on this, please reach me on WhatsApp number 08024247404. 08024247404. Now, how do you work smart within the confines of being a highly productive person? What are the habits of the highly productive people? Today, that's what we want to look at, the habit of highly productive people. First of all, who is a productive person? The highly productive people do not, they do a lot of things. They create or produce large amount of things. The word productive often describes a person's capability to do a lot of work, increase productivity, and become highly efficient with these habits. They focus on the most important task first. Cultivate deep work, keep a distraction list, so as to stay focused. They identify long time's priority. In this lecture, we are delving into the secret of highly productive people, the ones who skyrocket up the career ladder without wasting seconds in their life and never fall victim of a productivity trap. 1. What are their habits? The first habit, they focus on minutes and not on hours. Average performer wake and see that they have a whole 24 hours a day. To them, this is so much. They wake up and they think 24 hours a day, is so much. And they feel that they can afford to wake 8 a.m. in the morning, sit before the TV, spend 2 hours, pick the phone, and maybe check Facebook updates, check emails, and by 9 o'clock, they feel the day is starting. Highly productive people know that their day is made up of 1,440 minutes in every day, and there is no more valuable time than that. You see, money can be lost, money can be made, but time spent can never be reclaimed. To master your life, you must master your minutes. For the Olympic champions, 100-meter runners, for instance, the difference between him and destiny could be a matter of a fraction of seconds. Therefore, the highly productive people, they look at their life in matter of minutes, in matter of seconds. Whereas the average person looks at it to say, I have 24 hours. It's still a very long time. The highly productive people who look at it in matter of minutes, oh, this minute is going. I don't like to waste the next minute. Now, what are the habits? The second habit of the highly productive people, they don't multitask. I am sure that you and I have been told several times that it's good to multitask. As you are doing this, you can be doing this. But research have shown that it is not right to multitask because, okay, let's look at it. What is multitasking? You see, the concurrent performance on several jobs or the performance of multiple tasks at one time or the other, in a particular time, doing several things. Most common example of multitasking in personal and professional setting, you see, people like you are responding to emails whereas you are still listening to podcasts. Now people look at that, but when it comes to a very serious matter, you cannot multitask, or else you risk not having a good concentration. You see, according to Kathleen Sisley, in her work, the book she did on work habits of productive people, the research has shown that multitasking significantly slows you down. Google says multitasking seems like a great way to get a lot of things done at once, but research has shown that our brains are not nearly as good at handling multiple tasks as we like to think they are. Some researchers suggest that multitasking can reduce your productivity by as much as 40%. So you might think you are getting more done, but jumping between jobs hinders your cognitive processing. The most productive people spend several hours on a single task, which allows them to get into the deep state of mental concentration, producing the best possible result. Ultra productive people know their most important task, they call it MIT, and work on it for 1 or 2 hours each morning without interruption. This man we call Tom Ziegler, the CEO of Ziegler Incorporation, shared. He said that invest the first part of your day working on your number one priority. That will help build your business. What task will have been the best impact on reaching your goal? You see, you need to identify it, that what task will help you to reach your goal, and that will assist you in accomplishing your your task for that very day. Concentrate on that first in the morning and stop hopping from this to this. You are doing this, you are doing that, you are doing this, you are doing that at the same time, thinking you are multitasking. It is not right. In the 21st century, multitasking must stop, except you are a woman who will be in the kitchen taking care of the children and she's cooking at the same time. But when you are an highly productive person, it becomes difficult to do that kind of a thing. Number 3, the highly productive person, he defines, recognizes, and do away with distraction. What is a distraction? Distraction is the process of diverting the attention of an individual or group from a desired area of focus and thereby blocking or diminishing the reception of desired information. Distraction comes in various forms. Many people major in minors and minor in majors. They give so much attention to what profits them nothing, and that is why they are not going anywhere in life. What is a major distraction for me might be a major plus for another person. The highly productive people finds out what is a distraction to him and keeps them away. It could even be your friends, could even be your wife, could be your family member, at least for that particular time. No matter what they know, when they give their time to, they cut it off when they are very busy in getting things done. The highly productive people the highly productive people do not deceive himself with any kind of sentiment like that. He is focused on how to spend his time for the rest of the day to achieve his purpose. When you copy this model, you will be amazed at how much you can achieve in a day. Number 4, they weed out non-important tasks. They know the important things they want to do and the non-important things they don't need to do. In their routine, they weed out pointless bits of administration and bureaucracy. Do you wonder why is it most difficult to get such people to attend functions or to attend meetings? They avoid meetings at all costs. Mark Cuban said, never take meetings unless someone is writing a check. It sounds so funny. Meetings are notorious time killers. They start meetings late, have the wrong people in them, meander, through topics and run along. In a country I know, they will start meeting with prayer, and then they will tell lies throughout the meeting, and then they will end the meeting with prayers again. The ultra productive people will rather send a PA to attend meetings, especially if it is not an important meeting. You should get out of meetings when you can hold, when you feel that, look, you've had enough of what is being done. Number 5, the highly productive people take advantage of things. For the highly productive people to remain on top and stay in their businesses, they don't remain analog. They move with time. They are friendly with information and seek information always. There are hundreds of brilliant apples available to dramatically boost your productivity. Buy yourself an arsenal of technology and get an assistant advantage and get a kind of instant advantage over your less cutting edge competitors. Rather than travel for hours on the road, risking being kidnapped, risking the bad road, wasting time, some of them will say, look, can't we have the meeting on Zoom? They seek technology to to do things through shortcut and automation. Rather than go to the market, the average man in Nigeria will say, I want to get to the market and see things with my eyes. But the highly productive person will remain in his office and call maybe these online shops to bring it to his shop, to his office. The same thing. Rather than send people from Lagos to another place to deliver parcel, they will call the dispatch riders to get things done for themselves. My people, when you want to get things done in this 21st century, don't think that until you are there yourself. There are many ways of getting things done without getting there. Highly productive people want to know why they should always be physically present in whatever people are doing there. They would rather be online and check out for the details of that information. Some of the top pastors I've discussed with told me that they stay awake to know about new apps in the internet world. If they don't know how to use it, they make sure that their secretary use it for them, learn about it, and use it for them. They invest in technology to move them to the next level. Can you imagine a pastor is in America, he is making impact all over Africa, making impact all over Asia. How? Through technology. Let us invest in technology if we want to be highly productive. Let us invest in technology. Number 6, habit of the highly productive people. They don't use to-do lists. Let me tell you one thing. I have a habit. When I wake up every morning, I pick my pen and I start writing, this I'm going to do today. I will do number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. I could list about 10 things that I'm going to do today. But at the end of the day, I find out that 41% or even 50% of those things I plan to do today were not actually done. They were not actually done. And research have shown that it is not just about me alone. So many people experience this sort of thing. Highly productive people do away with their to-do list and instead schedule everything on their calendar. They sit down and look at their calendar. We're going to do this thing this month. We're going to do this thing this week, rather than saying we are having to-do list on daily basis. This will prevent what psychologists have called the Zeigarnik effect. What is Zeigarnik effect? Zeigarnik effect occurs when an activity that has been interrupted or truncated or is not be completed is readily recalled by the mind, and therefore it gives you a lot of challenges, a lot of concern that, oh, I've not done this, I've not done this. It gives you a lot of problem in your heart. This is what we call the Zeigarnik effect. It postulates that people remember unfinished or uninterrupted tasks all the time of the days of their life there. Now, we've done about 6 habits of the highly productive people. And we've spent about 15 minutes. I don't want to take you any further today. Saturday next week, we will continue from here. We will look at other habits of highly productive people, looking at keeping the habit of keeping a notebook or a diary. They are not deterred by failure. They set goals, They want to know what they are doing per time. They take small step at a time. They start the day early. They eat the frog, first thing in the morning. They don't joke with their food. There are so many others. I have about 20 habits of highly productive people, and we will look at this in our next broadcast. I hope you have gained something today, and I thank you. The Lord be with you. Keep the date with me, Saturday, 2 p.m. next week. The Lord bless you. Thank you.